Councilmember Amanda Fernandez, and I get to represent District 18 in the Southeast Bronx. That includes Parkchester and Castle Hill. My co-sponsor, one of my co-sponsors, Councilmember Shahana, unfortunately is sick this evening. She shall not be joining us, so I just want to let everyone know. And she's unable to make it to the event today, but she represents District 39, which includes Kensington, Brooklands, Little Bangladesh, and is home to the largest population of Bangladeshis in Brooklyn. She's overjoyed to honor the diversity of the Bangladeshi community at today's event, committed to the ongoing fight to preserve Bangladeshi traditions and to empower Bangladeshi community members across New York City. The Bangladeshi and Bengali community is one of the fastest growing immigrant groups in the entire city, and I'm fortunate enough to represent a large and growing Bangladeshi community in my own neighborhoods and districts. This fight to protect Bangla, the mother language, which has sparked the fight for independence. The history of Bangladesh's independence exemplifies just how important language justice is and how fundamental it is to the continuation of a culture. Many of our neighbors were freedom fighters and fought in the war for independence themselves. So I'd like to begin today with an introduction of BIPA to start our program with the United States and the Bangladesh's national anthem. Thank you for that beautiful performance. With that, I'm so excited to introduce our first honoree, an incredible organization from my district who carries out critical work that empowers and supports South Asian immigrants. SAFA-NYC offers a range of services, including linguistic accessibility in Bangla, Hindi, Urdu, food distributions, and building a collective voice for change. For your dedication and commitment to service, the Council is proud to present you with this proclamation. You're doing the work every day. Excuse me.
Okay, go ahead.
তুমি যাও আমি
This side.
তুমি যাও
Ready?
তুমি যাও আমি
Alright, buddy. Okay, everyone look right here. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, put your phone down, please. 1, 2, 3. One more. Great.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Councilmember Frias, for this honor. This is our 15th year, so it's incredibly fitting that we are here today. First and biggest thank you goes to all folks here, our staff, community members, also community members and staff who couldn't be here today, as well as staff who kind of contributed to SUPNO over the years. We wouldn't exist without them, and the work wouldn't be possible without them. So a huge thank you and round of applause. SUPNO started 15 years ago in the waiting room of a hospital in the Bronx. And I don't think we ever really thought that we would be here today, but we started because there was a need and there were literally no other organizations in the Bronx doing the work. Our organization has changed and grown since then, but our mission has always remained steadfast, addressing health inequities, empowering women, and building community. Our programs and services are constantly evolving based on the needs that emerge. During the pandemic, we distributed over 400,000 pounds of food at pop-up vaccine clinics, brought emergency financial assistance to our most vulnerable. 2 years ago, we began a mental health initiative, bringing women's circles and individual counseling to our women. This past week, we started our second in-person computer class of the year, taught fully in Bangla, and actually starting with just turning on a computer. Thank you to the City Council for funding that as well. And next month, we are starting a legal clinic for survivors of domestic violence. Our work is always growing and changing, and I think the growth of our organization is really mirrored by the growth of the Bengali community in New York City. We've grown a lot, we've come really far. We have our first Bengali council member, and that's something that I think a lot of us never thought we would ever see. To another 15 more, but honestly, we really envision a future where organizations like SUPNO won't be as needed because the systems will truly center communities of color and immigrants in our most vulnerable communities. But thank you so much for this honor and for all the work the council does with us.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, I like your fingers on that. My name is Natasha Williams. I represent the 27th Council District in Queens, Southeast Queens. And a random statistic I found out today was 60% of Bangladeshis in New York reside in the borough of Queens. And so I'm excited to also be co-chair of the Queens delegation. And so not only representing a large Bangla community in my district, but representing a huge population of this community in the borough. It's exciting to represent such a vibrant community. You all keep me on my toes, and I tell everybody it's my favorite constituency because the love is always warm. Anytime I step into one of your events, Masjid, I always receive so much love, and I look forward to continuing to work with you on many of the pressing issues in your community. And with that, I have the privilege of introducing BPUB, which is a nonprofit organization that works to promote Bangladeshi arts and language in New York City's growing multicultural communities. They are based in the wonderful borough of what? Queens, the world's borough, if you didn't know. So please welcome them to the chambers.
Any apart, John?
The singers of Bangladesh Institute of Performing Arts, they are going to sing a song that tells about spring. We just started spring in New York. So we have a beautiful folk song that's talking about spring, and we also want the audience to join us. How? We want you to clap with us. I'm going to teach you some pattern of claps. If you can keep that, or if you follow me, you can also join in this beautiful song. And I would also ask Masha and Moon if we can dance around here. I wish I could invite you all to dance with us, but not today, but you can join us with clapping. So, Masha, can we show them the pattern of the clap? Yeah. So,
Thank you so much for that awesome performance. Another round of applause. So my name is Linda Lee. I'm actually the council member for District 23, all the way out in Eastern Queens. And before this I worked a lot in the AAPI community in the nonprofit side, so it's great to see DIA organizations like SAPMA getting awarded and recognized for the work that they do. And for the many years that I was working in the community, we always advocated for in-language, culturally sensitive services for our communities, and to make sure that all the languages were included and that we actually had services for our communities in the languages and in the cultures that we know and love and are familiar with. So thank you again to Councilmember Farias for putting this together. And without further ado, I want to introduce our next honoree, Annie Ferdoz. And she is a longtime resident of Council District 39, Councilmember Shahana Hanif's district, and is a widely admired community leader who founded the Bangladeshi Ladies Club in 2017 as a collective dedicated to the self-determination of Bangladesh women. Ms. Ferdoz is a prominent dancer, choreographer, and teacher who has brought together intergenerational communities through arts and performance. She has been instrumental in sharing, preserving, and passing down cultural traditions across the Bangladeshi diaspora in New York City. We honor her for her work and dedication to the community with the City Council proclamation.
সামনে আসেন আপা, একটু সামনে চলে আসেন আপা, একটু সামনে আসেন, আর একটু সামনে আসেন। হ্যাঁ, সবারে পাবে। এই ওকে।
Be right here first, everybody. Everybody look at me, please. 1, 2, 3. One more.
Thank you. It was such an honor and surprise indeed. It was a surprise for me. I wish you would have told me before, and I would prepare a speech in English. But I'm so honored. It's not just me. I led Bangladeshi Ladies Club specially, and it's not a very old Bangladeshi Ladies Club, probably 8 years old. But Bangladesh Institute of Performing Arts are very proud to say that led by women. And this year we are celebrating 38th year of Bangladesh Institute. We are very thankful to the council members who are funding us. Without these funds, we would not be able to give service to our immigrant communities. We offer singing class, dancing, keyboard, guitar, tabla, art, and Bengali literacy program free for our community. We started in grocery basement in 1993, and now we are in three area in Brooklyn, Kensington, Brooklyn, Queens, Woodside, Queens, and Jamaica. And there are demands in the other boroughs. People want us to open branches, but which means that our immigrants need these services, and we are very lucky to have council members to give us grants. Thank you so much for this honor. I'm accepting it on behalf of other members of Bangladesh Institute of Performing Arts and Bangladeshi Ladies Club. Thank you.
Good evening. Right. Hi everyone, my name is Sandy Harris. I'm council member to the 37th District. But before I start, I just want to give special shout out and recognition to Councilmember Amanda Frias, who has organized that whole thing. And really put this together, did a great job. And also to Councilmember Shahana Nathan, we wish her well. I get to represent the 37th district, which has City Lion, which is home to an organization that's here tonight. I just want to give a special shout out to Bhaktis, the Bangladeshi American Community Development Services Organization. Also, just a special shout out to PS214K and Principal Nally, who couldn't make it today, but I visited earlier today. It's the our only dual language Bangla English program in the district, and it's fantastic. And I love it so much. They invite me all the time, and it's such a joy to go there. So thank you for all your work. I have the pleasure to introduce Ada, or the Anup Das Dance Academy from Council District 18. They perform beautiful Kathak-style dances, which originated within Hindu temples as a storytelling device for portraying epic tales from Hindu scriptures. So please help me welcome Ada.
So sweet.
Just another round of applause.
Team using their muscles to move them. Honestly, super grateful for that performance. It was amazing, and I'm proud for it to be from my district. I now have the privilege to introduce our last honoree. We're also proud to honor Bengali American actor, Canadian playwright, performer, and filmmaker Amelie Mula for his outstanding contributions to documenting the nuanced lives of Bangladeshi immigrants in New York City. His documentation of important historical narratives have ensured the history of the people of Bangladesh has not been erased from our collective memory. For your incredible work, the City Council is honored to present you with a proclamation. If you can join us up here.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you.
I wasn't prepared to speak. Every time I do a show, I always joke and say, Bangladesh in the house. This is amazing. In City Hall, Bangladesh is in the house. Just to let you know what happened like over 20 years ago, there was a documentary in PBS called South Asians in New York. And because of my big mouth, I was telling the producers, you don't have any segments about Bangladesh. So they have a small snippet of Bangladesh in that documentary. But what happened is in the studio, we were on from 8 o'clock to 9:30, and then Santana Live Mexico was at 10 o'clock. So there were all of these daces that were in the studio, and they were talking about America and all that. And it was predominantly Indians from India for Bangladeshis. Because you see, in 1882, there was an Asian Exclusion Act. In 1917, there was an Asian Act Boston, which prohibited the South Asians, primarily from what is now Bangladesh, coming to New York. Well, our family was so smart and so chilled and so hip, it was like, I'm ready for that law. We'll find a way to come to New York. And those immigrants, who are fathers, grandfathers, and great-grandfathers, they jumped ship in New York. Some of them downtown, had little street carts, and then became dishwashers. And then they started owning their own restaurants. And then those Bangladeshis created what is now known as the Culinary Institute of New York, which is better known as Indian restaurants. And here I was at PBS, a dumb doofy comedian with all these academics going, I bet y'all didn't know about that. So what happened is, that history was a lost history. No one was talking about it. It wasn't documented. There were professors like Vijay Prashad and Professor Nilesh Bose and Dina Siddiqui, Professor Siddiqui was in NYU. They were like, do you have pictures? What are you talking about? So then me and my good friend Vivek, who's a DJ, now keep in mind, a comedian and DJ, went on this excursion to find out about this lost history, about these Bangladeshis who came from Dhaka, Sylhet, Noakhali, Chittagong, all over, and came with nothing, and created a whole generation of dreams and hopes. And I just, it's emotional for me because I used to complain to politicians like, we need to be represented in City Hall. And I said that, back when I was like 19, 20, I was like, representation is everything. I used to roll with Dave Chappelle, I used to roll with Chris Rock, and they were like, man, is Bangladesh even getting any love in New York? And today I'm proud to say that it took a lot to get us here. There's so many people like Shahan Ali, people who are move the goalposts forward. And I'm just a filmmaker and a comedian, and if anyone wants to drop by Thursday, we'll be in New York at 6 p.m. But I think it's just important, even though I use comedy as my weapon, to create stories. And the people who are in the communities, they're the ones that are grassroots workers. They're the warriors. They're like the X-Men, the Wolverine, the superheroes of our community. So I'm happy to get this award. But I just want everyone, especially young ones, to know that there was a generation before us. Those were the real heroes. So we created Bengali Harlem to kind of honor that generation. And the film's going to be on PBS later in the fall. And if anyone wants to drop by next Thursday, it's going to be at the Museum of New York, 104th and 5th. We'll be at BMCC. And we're going all across the world to let them know that Bangladesh is in the house. Thank you.
New York City, as you've already heard, is blessed to be home to a thriving Bangladeshi and Bengali community who works hard every day to contribute to the success of each of our boroughs. I look around this room and see community leaders, small business owners, accomplished artists, and loving families. New York City is the city of immigrants, home to millions who left their home country in search of a sense of community. I and the other council members who organize this event with me are happy to share our communities with all of you. Happy Bangladesh Independence Day. In honor of the, we can cheer that. In honor of the Bengali community in my district, always making sure I am fed. Tonight is my turn to feed all of you. You can head downstairs and grab a to-go box from the best biryani in the Bronx from the Biryani House. And thank you all for being here tonight. I last want to thank all the staff of my college of government who helped plan this, to the staff of the council who worked on this event for so long, and of course